Today has to be one of the most productive sessions that I've ever had along this planking journey. I have less than 20 minutes of footage for today. I decided that I was going to do some jump rope outside, and then that idea then progressed onto doing more and more for my abs. And guess what? I also did some planks too. Well, I've done a 1 minute plank, which you'll see here. And then, because I've just said that, I'm gonna go do a 1 minute elbow plank, which I wanted to do during the session. When I say during the session, I mean in this recorded footage. I certainly could have, but I just didn't remember to. Because I'm now doing the voiceover for it, and I'm not going to go back and add some extra 1 minute elbow plank. I'll just do that off camera. So as you can see, I'm just finding my mojo with the skipping rope, and eventually I get better. So yeah, I carry on, and I eventually get the 100 reps unbroken that I was aiming for, which is something that I'd want. I certainly like the fact that I could truthfully say I was able to get 100 skips unbroken, especially seeing as this is the first time I've skipped rope in a very long while. I didn't actually find this a challenge, to be fair, doing 100 reps unbroken once I started getting used to the rope, and once the pain in my shins went away that I experienced when I started doing it for the very first few reps or so. Then it was fairly easy to do. I didn't actually find it to be a challenge on my core, but I certainly did get a challenge out of today's session though. I did a whole load of ab exercises. I did some take it or leave it. I did 4 sets of 10 reps. For the last set of 10 reps, I broke that up into 2 sets of 5. I also did 1 set of 10 reps on the ab rollouts. My wrists, especially my left one, did start to hurt during the first few reps, but that went away as I carried on doing it. As I was doing this, I aimed to go slightly further and further as I progressed with the reps within this set. And it was certainly a challenge. I felt it in my abs, I felt it in my lats, and I also felt it in my lower spine. So that's something to watch out for, because that may mean that I'm not doing the ab rollouts as efficiently or with as the best form that I could possibly do it with. But I did at least get a pump from my abs. So that's something worth appreciating. In my opinion, this entire day is something worth appreciating, because I now have 1 month's worth of logs, and I also know that, in my opinion, from this experience alone, working out outside is so much more efficient for me than working out inside, because it's cooler, especially at this time of year, which means I'm more alert, and there's a lot more space to be able to do the exercises with. Space isn't restricted at all. I say that I wasn't finding it a challenge, but now that I'm looking at the footage as I'm doing the voiceover, it looks like I am with the faces I'm pulling. But from my memory and my experience when I was doing it, I didn't find it all that a challenge. I forgot to mention earlier that I wanted to do 5 minutes of skip rope. And then when I thought of that, I also thought of doing 100 skips unbroken, which I did get. I did say that earlier, but I didn't say how many. I got to that 100 mark by counting in tens, like 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, 10, and then I keep on going. I went up all the way to 100 point, and then from that 100 mark, I decided that I wanted to carry on. So I carried on, and I went to 111 reps, unbroken. From seeing as this is the first time I'm doing rope in a very long while, that's, in my opinion, that's quite a feat. There was a long time ago, I'd find it extremely tough to do such an amount of reps unbroken, or to even just skip rope for a few minutes in general. So that's a sign of my core developing in strength, and I like that fact. Now, as you can see, I'm doing the take it or leave it exercise. This one, I felt a lot of tension I felt a lot of tension in my abs as I was doing this exercise, and I really enjoyed it. And in the future, I'm going to carry on doing not only this sort of workout, but workouts outside too. Absolutely amazing workout. You may hear me sniffling a lot. I've just got a runny nose. That's all that is. You could probably see me do it in the video as well. But anyway, back to the session. I absolutely loved this take it or leave it exercise today because I got such a pump out of it, and I carried on going. After the first set, I decided to have 5 seconds rest and then go back to it and do 10 reps. And then from there, I kept on waiting a short amount of time. I think from my second set to third set, it was a minute. And then my third set to fourth set, it was another minute or so, around that time anyway. So that I wasn't losing. Well, I was making it a challenge for my abs. And then after doing the sets, I think I remember just sitting down or walking around a bit here and there. But yeah, that's it. I loved this one. This one made me feel a nice pump in my abs for all of the reps. And it's certainly worth doing in the future. And then after this, I did some. I've talked about the rollouts, but I don't remember talking about the leg raises that I've done. That was the final exercise I did today. I did 2 sets of 20 reps. The first set was unbroken, and then the second set wasn't. I decided to have a 1 minute break from the first set to the second set because I wanted to get this session out and done without using too much space on my phone, because that would be a lot of space if I waited for a long time. It was certainly quite the challenge, but I think during some reps the form could have been better, because I'd say that during some of them I was just swinging my legs about instead of doing it with controlled form. As I was saying, today is a day that's absolutely worth appreciating and celebrated because of the experience that I've had today, and the fact that I've reached a new milestone. 1 month's worth of vlogs. This day just makes me want to carry on going and consistently doing the exercise, as in consistently giving footage and doing these core workouts. This day just makes me want to carry on doing that, especially because I've now been reminded that outside exercise is a much more productive alternative, in my opinion, based off this experience alone, compared to doing it inside. For example, take day 7, where there was so little space. I can't do it in that room. There's no way I can do an arm raise. I can't move my arms to the left or right. Whereas it would be extremely easy to do any sort of exercise such as the arm raise with this sort of space. There's a lot of space to do it, and I really like that fact. I also like the fact that I now have I have more of an idea of how far I have to go and how many reps and sets that I have to do in order for my abs to feel a worthy pump that I think is going to allow my core to develop and progress in strength, which is exactly what I need to be doing those advanced calisthenics exercises that I want to do along this journey. That's one of my main aims, if not the main aim of this journey, to be able to start from what you can see today and all of the previous days worth of footage that I've filmed, to being able to do all of those advanced calisthenics exercises that you could see on the internet, like the human flag, planche leans, planche push-ups, handstand push-ups, handstands, also like cartwheels, front flips, back flips, all of that. I want to be able to do all of that and have basically full control of my body. So I'm doing what it takes to be able to get to that point. And it starts here with these ab rollouts, with the leg raises, the planks, the push-ups, the pull-ups, everything. All of the exercises basically. And I'm going to do what it takes to get there, especially seeing as I now have I now know I can exercise outside. To make sure I have more productive sessions like this one, I'm going to add to my notes what I did today, and then from there I can build on it and do more sets, more reps, and then eventually do more advanced exercises that I wouldn't have been able to do before otherwise, if I hadn't have done the more sets and the more reps. Okay, I've now just made the notes. I gave myself 5 minutes to do so, and I now have the session on my phone. I've got the sets and reps that I did today to be able to do that and progress on to doing more in the future. I now have written down exactly what I did. To sum everything up, today was the most productive session I've ever had along this journey. I've written down on notes what I did so I can have more productive sessions like these. And not only that, I hit a milestone today, which is 1 month's worth of vlogs, which I feel really happy about. I hope you enjoy the rest of this footage, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.